Do I have buyer's remorse? Let's get into it. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rob, aka Creative Chavis, and it's now been officially 1 full month since the release of the Nintendo Switch 2. 1 month, just 1 month. That means the only people that have a Switch 2 right now are what you call early adopters, which are people who jump on tech as soon as it drops. Early adopters are almost always people with a little extra money or just like a serious case of FOMO. I remember the term early adopters back when I was like heavy into like Apple products. Back in 2003, I was one of the first people I knew to have an iPod. It was the 3rd generation iPod with the blue screen and the orange backlit buttons and all white. Oh, that was just chef's kiss. About 5 years later, I ended up buying an iPhone that was used and jailbroken, and I got it on Craigslist, and I put it with my T-Mobile SIM card. And with both of those devices, I got to watch them grow in popularity long after I was already using them. When it comes to gaming consoles, I've always been a late adopter. I didn't get the Nintendo 64 until Christmas of 1999, and by then, 39 of its 51 million selling games were already out. Its final big seller, Pokemon Stadium 2, came out the Christmas after I got it. Even with the Switch, I got the Switch Lite, which I still love this little thing. I got this in 2021, which was 4 years after the original Switch came out and 2 years after the Switch Lite came out. So I ended up getting the Switch OLED just a year after this guy. By the time I got this, that had been 5 years since the original Switch came out, and even more games were still coming out after I got it. So Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch Sports, Splatoon 3. I mean, you get the idea. The backlog was stacked. So now fast forward to the Switch 2. It's my first time buying a console on day one. And I mean, I am having a ton of fun trying to get like the 3-star gold trophies in Mario Kart World. And I use the word fun loosely because I'm kind of stressed out about it. It's kind of pissing me off. But here's the thing. I can't expect my excitement to match playing, tons of games on old systems to just being able to play a few games on a system that just came out 30 days ago. But in today's like microwave society, not everybody gets that, which is why you have so many folks online complaining about the price, complaining about the lack of launch titles, complaining about Nintendo just being Nintendo. And on one hand, I get it. They never lowered the price of the original Switch, so the chances of them lowering the price of the Switch 2 is slim to none. The price that it came out with is probably going to remain the same price. Hell, they might raise the price because they've been raising the prices of the Switch 1s in Canada. And also, the current lineup doesn't show off most of the like newest features on the Switch 2. They don't have any games that show off the 120 frames per second, and there's like barely any games that let you use the new mouse mode. But with that being said, the Switch 2 is obviously future-proofed. We've already seen Cyberpunk 2077 run better than it did on the PlayStation 4. And mind you, it's on a handheld. Street Fighter 6 looks and plays great. We're able to play all of the old GameCube titles. There's no way we could have done that on the first Switch. All of the Legend of Zelda Switch 2 editions, they kind of give you a peek into what the next installment could possibly look like. Quality of life improvements as far as the UI is concerned. They didn't change too much about the UI, but they did tweak a few things. They finally added Bluetooth to the quick menu, which is something I've been wanting for years. The revamped eShop is faster, and the For You recommendations are really well done. I've actually found out about some games that I didn't know about on there, and the metrics they use to recommend things to you are pretty smart. It's like, okay, this game a couple of your friends play it, or this game is the same genre of games that you already play, or this game is very similar to another game that you play. It's a nice touch. One complaint that I do have is that they changed the trending section that shows you what other games that your friends are playing. They moved it and condensed it and added it to the eShop, which I guess made sense to them, because if you're gonna show me what games people I know are playing, you might as well do it in an app where I can immediately buy it. So it's good for them. But because it's so condensed, you're not able to like scroll through the playtime, which I used to love doing. It just shows you like little profile pics on top of the game, and that's it. Half of the time I don't even know who these people are. If I just see the profile pic, I have a couple of friends who have Donkey Kong as their profile pic. So if it shows a little Donkey Kong, I don't even know who that is. I'm not sure which friend it could be, so I'm a little bummed out about that. Oh yeah, I still haven't gotten a chance to test out Game Chat. Half of my people that have a Switch 2 haven't even set up their Game Chat yet for me to test it out. I got one friend I know that has it, and we're just never online at the same time. And then my other friend, he hasn't set it up yet, but he wants to do it with me. But like, how you gonna do it if you haven't set it up? Which is annoying, because that was one of the things I was most excited to check out. But I mean, it takes two to tango. Now let's talk build. This thing feels premium. The matte finish, when I first got it, it felt so big, and now my hands have adjusted to it because it's the same thickness. It's just a lot wider, and because it's bigger, the ergonomics are slightly better, and my eyes have already adjusted to the screen size. It's so much more immersive. Speakers are louder. The screen is super bright, especially when you turn off auto brightness, but the battery is an issue, and that will drain it even faster. But yeah, these things, they're just so satisfying. Just versus the old one where you have to hit this little button, and it's not the same. It's not the same. And I was so used to doing this. Now it just feels so cumbersome, especially when you're putting the wrist straps on. Half the time I can't remember how to even get them off of the Joy-Con. All right, so in conclusion, should you buy? If we go back to the question that I asked earlier, if I had any buyer's remorse, honestly, I don't. Not at all. I have faith that we'll see more incredible games coming soon. Mario Kart World is a good time right now. Any ports that have been brought over from PlayStation or Xbox, like Cyberpunk and Street Fighter 6, I'm having fun with those. I just got the Street Fighter 6 demo because I have Street Fighter 6 on the Xbox, and it just doesn't make sense for me to pay for it again right now. Now, if they put that on sale, it would be a lot more fun to be able to play it in my bed or on the go, but the demo right now is good enough for me to test it out and get a round or two in if I just feel the itch to play it. I'm picking up Donkey Kong Bonanza in a few weeks. That looks really fun. I'm still hyped for Metro Prime 4, and this year's Call of Duty, I still feel like they might be able to bring that over to the Switch 2. Not to mention the new 2D Marvel game, the Mortal Kombat collection. I'm excited about that. I've been wanting that. And next year's 007 game. I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out. Unlike a new car, the Switch 2 is probably going to increase in value over the next 5 years, but it might not be worth it for some people right now, and that's okay. There's really never a need to rush out and buy a new system the day it comes out unless there's a specific game that you want to play or you have the money to spare to enjoy this upgraded experience. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss what I drop next. Until next time, peace.